to our second week of virtual kids worship here in November, where this month we are learning about gratitude. What is gratitude? Gratitude is letting others know you see how they've helped you. Let's say that again. Gratitude is letting others know you see how they've helped you. This week, we're learning about a really cool story from 2 Samuel chapter 6, where we find King David in this really cool and powerful moment where he's bringing the Ark of the Covenant back to Jerusalem. He was so overwhelmed with gratitude and excitement that he danced all the way back. David was willing to make himself look foolish to give God credit he deserved. Let's check out our story from this week and see how it all plays out.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. And now for an amazing story, inspired by the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 6, verses 12 through 22.
After many years of war and uncertainty, David had finally become the king of Israel. But something was still missing from the royal city of Jerusalem.
The Ark of the Lord belongs here.
The Ark was a wooden chest that in some special way carried the presence of God among the Israelites. It had been stolen by the Philistines and then returned, and now it was sitting in the home of a man named Obed-Edom.
We'll set up a tent right here for the Ark. Let's go get it.
David's wife, Michal, was, let's just say, less than enthusiastic.
The dust on those back roads takes the curl out of my hair.
So David gathered up all his best soldiers and marched over to the place where the Ark rested.
This is a wonderful day. An incredible day. An absolutely fantastic day.
With great care, the men lifted the heavy Ark with carrying poles.
Wonderful. Excellent. Let's go. That's one step closer to Jerusalem. 2, 3.
Are you seriously going to count the whole way?
Wait. Stop.
We've only come 6 steps.
That's okay. We need to thank God for everything He's done.
Right then and there, David sacrificed a bull and a calf to honor God.
Okay. Now we can move on.
1, 2, 3. Lift.
Just walking isn't enough. We should dance for God.
The Ark's kind of heavy.
Everyone else, if you're not carrying the Ark, celebrate, sing, shout, blow the trumpets.
The people shouted and ran alongside the Ark. David danced before the Lord all the way to Jerusalem. As the laughing, shouting parade arrived, Michal stared in disbelief from a window. There was her husband, the king, dancing in a simple linen garment with all the common people.
Unbelievable. He looks ridiculous. Certainly not like a king.
Down on the street, David continued to dance all the way to the beautiful tent he had set up.
Everybody behind me, let's dance. Okay, keep on moving. Now, let's switch it up. Time for a breather. Let's put the Ark right here.
1, 2, 3, down.
David made more sacrifices to honor God. Then he stood before the people.
The Ark has returned. God bless you. He is the one who rules over us all. He deserves our thanks for everything He's done. So let's keep celebrating. We've got some fresh bread and dates and raisin cakes for everyone.
Though all of Jerusalem had turned out for the festivities, one person still refused to celebrate. When David returned home, Michal met him furious.
You're the king of Israel, and you've really made yourself look good today, right? Dancing around in that thing?
A linen apron. It's what the priests wear.
But you're a king. You made a fool of yourself in front of all of your officials and even the servants.
I did it to honor God. He made me ruler over his people.
I can't even.
I will celebrate to honor the Lord.
You already said that.
Oh, I'm not done. I will bring even less honor to myself if it will bring more honor to God.
What is that in your beard?
Raisins. You want to do the electric slide?
No.
While Michelle cared more about appearances than anything else, David fixed his gaze on God because he knew nothing was more important than celebrating, to thank God for all the amazing things he'd done.
Hey, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed our story from this week. What a cool story about David and how he celebrated and showed excitement and showed gratitude for all that God had done. Let's check out our bottom line for this week. Celebrate what God has done. Say it with me. Can you say it with me? Celebrate what God has done. King David took the time to thank God for his faithfulness. And boys and girls, I pray that you'll do the same thing. I pray that I'll do the same thing, that we remember to celebrate what God has done. Even in this crazy year, this 2020 that we've had with all sorts of things happening around us, we can still celebrate what God has done. He has still done so much for you and for me. So I pray that you and I take the time this week, today even, to celebrate some of the things that God has done in our lives. I know we've had a tough time, but we can always celebrate what God has done. And as we talked about earlier, as we opened up our virtual kids worship, David wasn't afraid to show his excitement and his gratitude for God and the things that God has done. I know sometimes when we do our worship in church, and whether you're in the building or you're worshiping here virtually, it can maybe feel a little embarrassing to lift your hands, to clap, to sing, to dance. But boys and girls, I purposefully left our worship song for this week at the very end because I wanted to encourage you. Who cares? God is watching. And when we worship and we sing and we dance, we're celebrating the really cool and awesome things that God has done in our life. There is always something to celebrate. So with our voices and our dancing and our clapping and our raising of our hands, we are showing how much we want to celebrate all the good things that God has done in our life. This reminds me of our memory verse for this month. It comes from Psalm 136, verse 1. And it says this: "Give thanks to the Lord because he is good. His faithful love continues forever." Why don't you stand up and say that with me? I love standing up and saying our memory verse together. Let's do that. Psalm 136, verse 1. "Give thanks to the Lord because he is good. His faithful love continues forever." Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. Don't forget, if you're with us virtually and you would love to have a little more connection, check out our virtual K through 5th grade life group. It's for you, boys and girls. A chance to connect with some of our leaders here at the church, but more importantly, some of your friends. And you'll get a little bit more information about this cool thing that we're studying this month, this idea of gratitude. So boys and girls, as we dive in now to our worship song, what are you going to do? Will you show a little excitement? Will you show a little bit of gratitude? Will you remember to celebrate what God has done? You guys enjoy the song, and I'll be back with you next week right here for Virtual Kids Worship.
Every time I'm feeling down, you pick me up. Sing, oh, oh. And when my heart is feeling emptied out, you fill my cup. Sing it out now. Oh, oh. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you, just wanna say thank you. Yeah! T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Here we go, verse 2. I'm grateful for the way you've been a friend to me. Sing, oh, oh. And even in the deepest, darkest night, you help me see. Sing it out now. Oh, oh. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you, just wanna say thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. For the joy that you give to me, for the way that you made me free, for my friends and my family, I just wanna say, for loving me from the start, for every beat of my heart, for everything you are. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I just wanna say thank you for the way you love me. I wanna say thank you, just wanna say thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. Thank you. T-H-A-N-K-Y-O-U, thank you. For the joy that you give to me, for the way that you made me free, for my friends and my family, I just wanna say, for loving me from the start, for every beat of my heart, for everything you are.